Hello and welcome to the Long View with me, Jon Jordan. So today we're playing Fieldrunners Attack. You might not have heard of this game. One reason is it used to be called Fieldrunners Hardhat Heroes. A bit of a mouthful. It's actually still in soft launch, so that's probably the other reason you haven't heard of it. But it's just had a very big update, and one of the biggest changes is to change the name to Fieldrunners Attack. Not only I think is it a better title, it kind of actually gives a better idea of what the game's about. So this is a build and battle game where you build a base and you go and attack other people. So that kind of makes more sense. The Hardhat Heroes thing I think was because you have these hero characters. So this is kind of a big gameplay thing that I guess they thought they wanted to put into the title. But Hardhat Heroes was a bit kind of complicated, really. So this is the base. I've been playing this for a couple of weeks now. So it's still in soft launch, so you have these big changes, these big updates still happening to it until it comes live. So the base is quite busy. So one of the big changes that has happened, which may seem quite small, but hopefully will have a big impact, is there are 3 resources that you kind of everything you do is based on in terms of your base. So you can see them in the top right hand of the screen. There's wood, gold, and apples. So wood and gold are fairly typical ones that you use if you want to, say we go into our research, if you want to upgrade our research building, our laboratory building, sorry, we use gold to do it. If you want to upgrade our turret, we use gold. If you want to upgrade the food shed, we use wood. So there's basically those basic kind of elements which we kind of expect in these kind of strategy games. But previously the game just had a kind of a single kind of a shed where all the workers just kind of worked, and you couldn't really distinguish a lot between the different gold, wood and apples. Now we can see a separate builder, so we can see here these guys are building the wood. So there's a wood build, gold refinery. These are always there before the refineries, but what is different here if we're going to build is now we have a miner shack. So this is where you create the gold miners to kind of speed up the collecting of gold. And here we have a similar thing, the lumberjack cabin. So this creates the lumberjacks, which increases the rate in which you generate wood. And then obviously you have a lumber yard, which are the storage and gold storage as well. So that kind of makes more sense. The same thing here with the apples. So we see these guys there have little apple trees or apple shrubs or something. So the apples, just to say what they're used for. So the apples are used to upgrade elements in your for your heroes. So here we go. The Metal Rush flanker tank, I can upgrade its armour plating. So there we go, and also we have another kind of lots of currencies in these resources in this game. We have the cola, so cola actually then levels them up. So there's kind of 2 separate ways of levelling up your heroes. So the thing this is important is what I was finding in the game when I was playing it before it was updated was it was very slow. Just the resource creation was very, very slow. So hopefully this will just speed that up in general, but more specifically by creating, say, a lumberjack cabin. So it's just going to do it now. Create it. So that will create more lumberjacks. I can upgrade it. Oh, okay. If they don't lose my connection, so I can upgrade it, and I'm getting another worker. So that will just speed things up. So it will give you, not only I think will the game be faster at giving you these resources which you need, but also if you wanted to say really make sure you're getting a lot of gold or a lot of wood or a lot of apples even, you can kind of now better customize how you're kind of gaining those resources, and the resources are pretty important. And I would say that I was finding the game very slow, that you just weren't getting anywhere. You couldn't really do very much apart from the attacks, which is fine, but the attacks we'll go into in a bit have their own kind of interesting kind of balance going on there. So it's good to have to speed up these resources so you feel like you're kind of building up the base that gives you better units. There's another interesting thing here we can see. So we can switch these cannons, these defensive cannons. They are different types. Now we can kind of switch between simply. So I think that's a flame cannon. We've got an anti-tank cannon, and I think that's the anti-tank cannon, isn't it? I think. Here we go. So this is the new cannon. They're called the cannon switch tower. So they're all switch towers. The cannon switch tower is good for tanks. If we switch to this one, this is the railgun. So this shreds cycles. So there's a cycle. Here we go. Here there's this they're like a motorcycle gang. Don't see them in battles very often. And then there's the standard one here, which is the kind of anti-personnel flame. So it's a whole kind of paper scissors shotgun kind of thing going on there. But it's nice now you can just switch between them. Okay. Have a quick look at else and see what else is different. So I'm just going to go into the log here. So we can see here, this is just going into the App Store. There's a few things that's difficult to show. So troops wounded from combat now. There's a new hospital building they can heal. So that's a nice way of kind of keeping your troops going. There's new environments, winter and desert. You can control how much you loot from the loot transport building. We've had the new cannon tower, mini boards. The house has been split into 3 separate houses for each worker type. So we just discussed that. And there's then other user experience stuff. So there's things that kind of make the game hopefully a bit more enjoyable to play, and some bugs. I mean, you can go to the App Store and look at that. Say Fieldrunners Attack is currently available in the Canadian App Store. So let's go back into the game. Connection lost. Okay, so we can see here. The other interesting thing here we can see is there's power stations. So power stations. This is why these units here are not working. You can see they've got the kind of electrical symbol above there, above them. They've not got enough power to operate. So this is kind of actually the kind of most important gameplay thing really about the game is you need these. You need enough power units of a high enough level to run all your turrets. So you can see the turrets close in here are all fine. The ones on the outskirts are not. So you can see this when we go and attack someone. Okay, it's just showing me where I am in the league. Okay, so this is someone else's base. You can see again he's got his power stations are not. It's only one turret available. That seems a bit odd. So what I can do here, I choose between 2 of my heroes. So let's put a tank in, and it's quite good to go and attack the power stations because then that takes all the power off. So you can see now he's kind of defenseless because all his weapons have gone. He's got one going there. So I send my tanks in, go and destroy that flame tower, which I'll do fairly easily. And then come on. And now I want to go and destroy the units with stars above them. They give me kind of this pillaged kind of kudos thing. And then finally we destroy the main headquarters, which will destroy everything else. So I've pillaged 100%. I've destroyed his HQ. So that was a kind of 100% success. That was a pretty easy base actually. Normally they're not that easy. So you can see I pillaged 100%, and I got all those units, and I got some keys which are useful for unlocking things. So that's kind of basically how the game works. So a bit like Clash of Clans to that degree. I've leveled up a new league. There's new units I can unlock. That's nice. What else should we do? Let's see if we can do another attack. A bit of a harder one. The other thing I have found is an interesting thing you have to do in these situations is how. So you can see this guy's got all his units all powered up, so this will be a much harder fight. So I could attack from this end because I might not be able to attack all his starred houses, buildings, and get 100% pillage like I did before because that's quite hard. But I can't really hit any of his passes, so just go in and maybe take that one out and maybe that one out. You can see I'm being attacked by all of them. All those flame towers aren't really good against tanks, so I could maybe go in and take that one. Let's see. So the other thing is, that cannon one's getting me. I need to move them out of the way. So let's just go straight into the base. So you can see here he's got quite. I've taken out that power station, so that cannon's now not working. But I'm being attacked. That tank's blown up, but I got the HQ. So you can see there's kind of a bit more of a. It's not just a tank rush, and you either destroy the whole base or you lose. You're defeated. There's a bit more of. I destroyed his HQ. I didn't get any kudos points. I got some pillage stuff, but I didn't totally wipe him out. So there's a bit more kind of flexibility, I think, in terms of how you attack. Whether people will like that, I don't know. Maybe people like the digital, I won or I lost, whereas this is like I won, but not 100%. I won and got like, I don't know, whatever it was, less than 50% of the pillage stuff. Also, the other interesting thing now to see that they've added in is this, at the bottom of the screen, you can see the heroes I use now have been wounded. So now there is a hospital. I don't think I've built the hospital yet though. So where's the hospital? Oh, I need to be... Okay, so it doesn't work yet. So that's interesting. Let's go in and see. So I can't see where they're wounded. Doesn't seem to show anywhere that they're wounded. Okay, so maybe that's just I'm not on the high enough level for that to come in yet. But there is this hospital where you can heal your people. So let's quickly go out to the App Store again. You see in the... Where is it? Yeah, second line. Troops wounded from combat now enter a new hospital building and heal over time. So that doesn't be available to me yet because I'm not at that high enough level. But when I get a bit further in the game, so that's again another kind of balance and check putting into the game that you could really force a battle, but yeah, your troops be wounded, then you have to wait time. So maybe it's better off just to have a quick kind of victory and not have your troops too wounded, so you don't have to hang around for ages waiting for them to be healed. So that's a quick run through the game. There's also single player missions here. I'm not going to do one. It's the same gameplay as before. I've actually not done very many at all. So you can see there's this whole, goodness me, there's loads. 60. I'm on number 4. So I haven't done very many of those, but that's a similar kind of thing. That doesn't use energy, so you can just kind of do those when you're attacking other people. You're using up some of these, some of your energy. And actually, they've reduced the amount of energy you've got, so you can't. I think you had 5 before, now you've only got 3. So that just speeds up sessions, I guess. So there we are with Fieldrunners Attack, as it's now called. As I say, it's still in soft launch. I'm sure there'll be a few other changes. In general, I found the game probably needs to be speeded up. Hopefully this will be enough to kind of speed up the kind of your progress through the game. Another thing that isn't in the game, and I think it's quite hard to do in this type of game, is have autoplay. So autoplay is quite important, just to go in and get some resources. Maybe with this speeding up of resources, that won't be necessary. But in a lot of certainly in RPGs, you have this kind of like autoplay or kind of simulation option where you just get the resources from attacks. Say hard to do in this type of game, but it can be done. I don't know whether the designers will want to do that or not. We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, thanks for watching. The long view is about playing free-to-play mobile games for as long as we can, and talking about things we like and talking about things we don't like as well. So don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.